Welcome back, everyone. Today we're joined by Canadian musician, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist Tom Lang, a man whose guitar has taken him from Italy to Texas, from the Australian outback to Sunset Studios in LA, and now to stages all across Vancouver Island. So please welcome Tom Lang. Tom, thanks for dropping by the House of Al in downtown Victoria. I'm really glad you made the time to come down.
Well, thanks for inviting me. I'm kind of honored.
Oh, well, in full disclosure to everybody out there, I've known Tom for, I hate to say it, over 40 years. Can you believe it?
Back when I was 2 years old, I met you.
Well, I met you it was when I worked in Vancouver at Long and McQuaid Music. I worked there for many years, started in the Vancouver store, and I met you in the early 80s, and used to come out and see your band 44 all the time. Oh, yeah, all the time.
Forgot.
Loved that band.
Yeah.
There was you, there was Dave Filchuk,
Yeah.
and Danny Zimmerman.
Yep.
Who was the drummer, though? I can't
Jerry Wand.
Right.
At that time.
Yeah, right. And also John Webster was in the band for a while.
He was in for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first met you guys, he was in the band. And then I remember you got, John left for some reason. I don't know. I know he eventually joined Tom Cochran and Red Rider. And he still performs with them from time to time, I understand.
He's a big-time producer, keyboard player for hire.
Yeah.
I just reconnected with him a little while back, and he basically recounted all the things he's done, and I sort of went, I got nothing.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't agree with that because I've got a list of some of the things we'll be going over. You're a busy guy.
I am.
But back when I first met you, then the band changed the name to Sharp Edges, and you did an album called Slice of Life. And you were recording in, I don't know if you'll remember this, you were recording in Mushroom Studios.
Yep.
And I think it was Dave called me up at Long and McQuaid and said, hey, we need this certain keyboard for a session. So I brought one down to the studio. You guys set it up, and then you graciously said, hey, if you want to hang out, and you're welcome to stay. So I hung out for one evening when you guys were recording.
Oh, fantastic.
And it was a dream come true to be inside Mushroom Studios.
No kidding.
I mean, so many people have recorded there.
Yep.
And John
Iconic.
Webster actually came that evening to put down some keyboards, although he wasn't in the band anymore. But he was there that night.
Yeah.
And I remember a couple of this. I can't remember what song you were recording that night, though.
Might have been City Boy,
been.
because that was one he was called in for, or maybe... Yeah, exactly. I can't really remember.
I mean,
The fact that he was even in there was a little to my chagrin. I was like, dudes, I've been playing keyboards with this band because I was switch hitting guitar and keys.
Right.
And then they said, oh yeah, but we're going to get Joe in, or we called him Joe Lobster, by the way.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get Joe in to play keys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right. But he did a great job, of course.
Yeah. That was a great night. I certainly enjoyed it and was thankful you guys asked me to stick around.
All right.
And I remember, I bought the album when it came out, and a couple of songs that I absolutely loved was Girl on the Airwaves, which I remember back in the day hearing that April Wine were interested in that song.
It wasn't Girl on the Airwaves that they wanted. We had done a demo out in a field. Well, actually, it was a studio in a field. We did a demo, and one of the songs that we recorded was one of the other ones that I wrote called Hard Rock Kid.
That's right.
And
I got the two
somehow the record company was involved with April Wine, right? It was their record company.
Yeah.
And they heard the song, and they thought, oh, man, we've got a hole in one of our albums. This next one coming up, let's do that one.
Right.
And so Miles very graciously, he changed some of the lyrics and stuff, and they changed it around a bit, but I still got credit on the album. So it was like, yay, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, good for you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Another standout song on that album, I think Dave Filchuk wrote was I'm on the Edge. I love that song too.
Yeah, that one was a kind of a little hit. Actually, Girl on the Airwaves was a bit of a hit too in Calgary. I had a friend who lived there who said, they play that so much on the radio, it's getting embarrassing. So,
both those should have been on the radio for sure.
Well,
Great
our record
songs.
company pushed Corey Hart, who came out around the same time.
Okay. And he was on the same label?
I believe so. Yeah, of course he was.
Yeah.
And he got the attention. He's young, he's attractive. We were a bunch of geezers by then.
Yeah.
And so, it's okay.
Yeah.
Fine with it.
Yeah.
We had a great time, recorded in a great studio.
Yeah. Well, let's get started here now. You are in so many bands over the years. I don't know where to start, but I'm going to start with what you're currently in and then probably go a little bit backwards in time.
Okay.
But some of the bands that you're playing in Victoria right now, correct me if any of this is incorrect. But first of all, the Tom Lang Band.
Yep.
Which original rock songs, all your own songs.
Yep.
I saw you recently downtown at the festival, Blues and Roots Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Great show. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great songs.
So proud of my players.
Great band, yeah.
Thank you, yeah.
And the Midnights R&B All-Star Show Band. You're in that.
Yeah.
Groove Kitchen, Soul, Funk, and Latin Groove Band.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Shaky Ground, you're still in that band,
Yep.
are you? Yeah. One of Victoria's top party bands.
Yeah.
And Don Peterson and the Tone Rangers.
Yep.
You're in that band. Blues and rock and good times. And as a matter of fact, I saw you guys at the same festival. You were in that band the same day.
2 hours later.
Yeah, 2 hours later, you're up there again, but on keyboards with that band.
Yeah. Hilariously, this last weekend we did Rib Fest, which was in Esquimalt, supporting the firefighters. Right. And it's a huge deal, giant stage, lights, lots and lots of people.
3 days, a band every hour, different bands.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I played in 3 shows on that one. I did Tom Lang Band on Friday, and then Tone Rangers a little bit later in the day, and then Groove Kitchen on Saturday.
Yeah, right.
So, and both of those, Tone Rangers and Groove Kitchen, I played just keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, when you were telling John Webster, I've done nothing. It's like, what?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the beginning of your amazing story. You've moved around a great deal. Where were you born?
In BC.
In BC?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I always ask my guests or tell my guests, I do a deep dive on my guests on the internet. And as we all know, the internet's not always right. So if any of this information is incorrect, please correct me. But it says here, what I looked up is you started your first band in Florence, Italy?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, band. When you're 10 years old, your band is kind of, thrashy and bashy.
Sure. Yeah,
with a friend or two, really, we were just playing Beatles songs and bashing them out on out-of-tune guitars and stuff.
Yeah, still, that's a beginning, though.
Yep. That's where I lived in Florence with my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the music scene like there at that time, and how did it shape you as a young musician?
I couldn't tell you what the music scene was like in Florence at that time because I was just a kid going to school.
Yeah.
But my mom had some records that were American soul records.
Oh, okay.
And I listened to those. I just ate those up.
Yeah.
Wore them down. While we were living there, I hadn't really developed playing skills yet.
Oh, okay.
I had just sort of started thinking about guitar. Beside us, there was a construction site that had 45-gallon drums that they used to do things with. And so I got a couple of sticks, and I moved those drums together.
Serious?
And I banged away on them. And a friend of my mother, who bankrolled my mom's trip to Florence to work for this fashion designer, she came over to visit us, and she said, "Oh, Tom, I love how you play those drums. I'm going to buy you a set of drums." And my mom said, "No way."
Yeah, right. Yeah, like most parents. Yeah.
No way. You can have a guitar. And so a guitar was purchased for me, and I just ripped into it.
Yeah. Was it acoustic or electric?
It was an acoustic sort of semi-classical style that I put steel strings on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And just learned Beatles songs, just like every kid does.
Sure. Yeah. So then moving from Italy to Texas, you went to Texas.
Yeah.
That must have been a huge change. How did your time in Texas playing in high school bands influence your musical style? By then, you must have been getting a little better and a little more familiar with the scene, the music scene. So
yeah, music scenes when you're in high school, it's a different thing. I did put lots of bands together, and we did play dances at the school, of course. Because after the football games, they'd have a dance, and sometimes I'd get in there, but all the other bands are way better than we were. So yeah, I'd say if you're looking for influences, my girlfriend went to the girls' school. My school was a St. Mark's School of Texas for boys.
Oh, okay.
It was a boys' school. It was a really good school. But my girlfriend went to Hockaday, and we used to have this busing thing so that the students could travel back and forth. They were trying to integrate a little bit.
Yeah, right.
And so I went over to Hockaday, and they had a modular synthesizer, an Electrocomp modular synthesizer. And so I learned synthesis.
Oh, wow.
So I'd go over, spend a couple of class time periods over there.
Yeah.
My girlfriend would go to class, and I'd plug cables in and try to make this monster make some noises.
In the old days, that's what synthesizers were.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't push and go. It wasn't like presets and go. It's like find an oscillator, get an, attack the case to sustain release.
A little bit like the old telephone operator. They're going, pushing.
Yeah, and you pull one plug and the whole thing stops.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's what I learned there.
Yeah, right.
Picked up, of course, a lot of the Texas music.
Yeah.
Like I love a pedal steel guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll just lose my mind. I love pedal steel. I love country music.
Yeah.
Love ZZ Top, of course.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're sort of answering my next question a little bit. So who were your earliest musical influences and who inspires you today?
Oh, yeah. Great way to put it. Country music, rock. Like my sister was a bit of a hippie and she listened to some like the early rock stuff. So, names gone.
Okay, yeah.
But generally just like guitar-driven rock, and that's been the same all the way through.
Yeah.
But then when I moved back up to Canada after Dallas, I played with a band who we were doing everything from, the band Yes.
Oh, okay.
That was one of my huge influences.
Yeah.
I sat down and learned all that Steve Howe stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And as, fate would have it, when I moved up to here, a friend of mine, Corinne, introduced me to this band that played Yes. And I was like,
wow.
What? Are you kidding?
Wow.
So we got together, we played Yes, interspersed with Carpenters. It was weird because it was this kind of wedding band that would, we'd do like Yours Is No Disgrace and then Why Do Birds Suddenly Appear? It was just
right. Well, you got to play it to the crowd.
You got to play it to the crowd, and they're looking at us like, what are you doing Yes songs for?
Yeah, right.
But so those and ZZ Top, of course, Tres Hombres, that album was a huge influence.
Good. Now, somehow you ended up in Australia playing for Jimmy Barnes.
Yep.
So Jimmy Barnes, I noticed that he's considered to be one of the most popular artists of all time in Australia. So he must have been.
He's a demigod in Australia. He really is.
So how did you come to play in his band? How did that come about?
Well, it started in Vancouver, actually.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, when I was living in Vancouver, I was playing in bands, and I was a switch hitter, guitar keys.
Yeah.
And I really, for some reason, I just decided I'm going to try and get with a big band.
Yeah.
Before I had any idea who Jimmy Barnes was or any of this. And so I'm playing really well and wearing flashy clothing and just going, I want to do this thing.
Yeah.
And the bass player in that band, his wife worked for Bruce Allen.
Oh, wow.
And one day the call came out in that office. Somebody leaned out a door and said, "Hey, does anybody know a guy who plays guitar and keyboards and sings?"
Serious?
And she goes to Marianne, goes,
"Yeah, I know the guy.
I kind of do."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I got this call from Bruce Allen. I was working at a guitar store in North Vancouver called Richard's Rare Guitars.
I remember that story. Yeah.
And I got this call.
I didn't know you worked there.
Oh, yeah, you knew that.
I didn't know that, no.
Oh, okay. But I worked at Richard's Rare Guitars after my band days kind of collapsed in Vancouver. But anyway, I got this call from Graham Lagden, who was the tour manager, and he said, "Tom, hi, hold for Bruce Allen." And this expletive-laden, encouragement speech from Bruce, like, "You're going to go down to South America, you're going to go down to the States, you're going to tour with this guy, Jimmy Barnes, and you're going to open up for ZZ Top, and you're going to rah, 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 rah."
Yeah.
Is this clear? And I went, "Yep."
Well, when do I
What do you say?
Yeah, right.
So, quit my job there. And next thing you know, we're touring in the States. We did 3 months in the States, 65 dates, I reckon.
Yeah.
Opening up for ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Living on a tour bus and all that kind of stuff. And then Jimmy kept us on, us Canadians, Ab Bryant, Jeff Neal, Pat Stewart, and I, as
Pat Stewart on drums. Oh, wow.
We have a fantastic band, just mega killer.
He's currently touring and been playing the last few years again
with Bryan Adams.
Yeah,
the last thing I saw was on Facebook, Pat showing 45,000 people in some city, and I'm like,
I've seen that too.
Go for it, man.
Yeah, and he deserves it.
Of course he deserves it. Great guy.
Dues. Fantastic guy. Yeah.
Massive player, hits that snare drum, makes it hurt.
Oh, yeah.
But after the ZZ Top tour in the States, Jimmy called us in '86 over to a little tour, which my T-shirt commemorates because I dug through my tickle trunk to find my stuff. And so that was one tour. And then I think there was a total of 4 or 5 tours of Australia, varying levels of giantness.
Yes. Yeah.
The last tour in '88 or '89, I think. I can't remember. It was a long one. It was over Christmas. We had this custom painted stage, and I'll send you a picture of that because I just looked at it again in my book and went,
love to see
crap.
It. Yeah.
So that was the Jimmy Barnes connection. I played for a long time with him. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I never recorded with him, just played live.
So what was it like playing huge arenas? Like something I've never experienced. I play a little bit, and I used to gig a lot, but never in a huge arena. So must be a real buzz there.
It can be. I really have to sort of set expectations here because at that time, I wasn't really a super secure guy. I was playing with all these hotshots, like Bryan Adams as drummer, and Streetheart's guitar player, and Headpins as Chilliwack's bass player, and I was just a kid from the clubs. Yeah. And so there were times when it was a mixed blessing. I was thinking, wow, okay, there's 60,000 people out there, and I'm opening up for blah blah, or we headlined with Jimmy. But at times I felt lonely and disconnected.
Is that right?
Yeah, I feel more connected with the bands that I play with now. Yeah. I love the bands I'm playing with now. It's just, we've reached an age where we're like, dude, egos, we don't need those.
Yeah, right.
Let's just play and have a hell of a lot of fun. And by now we're all pretty decent players.
Yeah, of course,
so we can go out and make a hell of a noise. Somebody just says a song title, you're singing it, and we're in. Yeah. Whereas on the tours there, I can't say I didn't enjoy it. I mean, Jimmy was a very generous band leader, host. He flew all the wives and girlfriends down to Australia for Christmas.
Fantastic.
So we had our own place in Sydney. My wife and I, Donna and I. Yeah. We had our own place and we had our own car and
wow.
And he invited us and the band members and girlfriends and wives to his house for Christmas Day, which was,
Well, you were basically a huge rock star for a while there.
Well, we were treated like so. Yeah. Didn't feel like it, but we were treated like so. He was the major rock star. I mean,
So what was it like warming up for ZZ Top, too? Were they pretty good guys? Did you get a chance to mingle, or is it one of those, don't make eye contact with the band?
Dead on the nose.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I hear about that type of thing a lot.
Well, it's kind of too bad, but the guys do tour almost every day of their lives, Yeah. And so by the time we were there, they arrived in three separate limousines.
Oh, wow.
The one interaction I did have with Billy Gibbons, my absolute idol of all, I was practicing my piano. My piano was on wheels. It was a Yamaha CP70, and it was on wheels, so I could move it around. I'd go find a hallway somewhere and bang out some songs. Yeah. And Billy came by and said, that's a nice sound of piano work you're doing there, boy. I'm like, speechless. I'm like,
of course,
think of something to say.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. But I did interact with him a bit. And one time, at the very last end of the last date, Jimmy Barnes came up to us in the band and said, dudes, we're gonna go crash their dressing room. Wow. And we're like, no, we didn't. Yeah, right. They're gonna kill us.
Yeah, right.
And so Jimmy banged on the door. We went in and we said, look, we've been playing with you for 3 months. We haven't hung out at all. What is with it? And they're going, Jimmy, of course, brought beers. Yeah. And they don't drink when they're on the road. So, well, I'll have a Diet Coke then, I guess, and we can hang out a little bit.
So they let you in, and they let us pretty good.
And they were wonderful.
Yeah, good.
I especially like Dusty. Dusty was really easygoing. Yeah. But Billy's a high flyer, and Frank was kind of disconnected. Yeah. But we did get, and you will see once I sent it to you, the picture of a lifetime, which is us, Jimmy Barnes's band, with the ZZ Top guys and our driver, and we're just sitting on a drum stroke. That was the one time we were allowed to have a camera anywhere near the band.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So, but it's a great picture, and oh my God,
I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Well, it's, good for Jimmy to do that and go knock on the door and say, "Come on, guys."
Jimmy was a ballsy guy.
Warming up for 3 months.
Yeah, really.
At least say hello.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. So you even recorded in down in LA in Sunset Studios. What was that like? And
that was brilliant.
Yeah. Who was that, with Jimmy or somebody else?
No, that was via Jimmy, because I did this big tour in Australia with Jimmy Barnes' band called Australian Made, and there was another band on the bill called Divinals, who was our band favorite. Oh, okay. Divinals, they're the ones that did "I Touch Myself, I'm Crazy About You" in Austin Powers in the movie. Yeah. And so when they wanted to go to LA to record their next album after that tour, their manager said, "You can save some money. This guy plays guitar and keyboards and sings. So you don't have to have 2 guitar players down there or a keyboard player and extra, right?" Yeah. So they hired me, flew me down. Yeah. And we did, I think it was a couple of months block book in Sunset Sound, which people should probably look up. Sunset Sound is where Prince, Beach Boys, Ozzy, everybody's recorded in. And so we were there for a whole long time. Basically, I had to do a piano overdub at the end, the very last thing, and it involved this sort of complicated piano part. And they had 3 studios in Sunset Sound, and they each had their own Steinway. Oh, wow. And they were hardly ever used. Wow. So whenever the Divinals were recording vocals or something, or Mark's guitar or something, I'd deke off and go practice on these Steinways. So, so that was quite fun. Yeah. The album is called Temperamental, and you should listen to it too, because we are flying. Yeah. We are taking names and just, I play guitar and keys, and we're like, yeah. And Chrissy Amphlett, who's not with us anymore, she's brilliant. Wow. Gutsy, and she sings with an Aussie accent. You barely understand what she's saying, But they were kind of punks, and I wasn't. But we sort of managed to eke out a really cool album. Yeah. With producer Mark Chapman, Blondie, Talking Heads, the Ramones. I mean, this guy was a big, big producer. Yeah. And he was a cool guy. Yeah. He enjoyed his beer and lines of things. Well, it's an amazing career you've had. It's not over. It's not over. No, that's for sure. Yeah, knock on wood. Yeah. So, out of all the stages you've played, from clubs to arenas, is there one performance that stands out as most unforgettable? It sounds like in a good way or either any which way, but it sounds like you were in so many and stuff. It might be hard to kind of pinpoint one, but you're exactly right with that. The stages that I enjoyed the most, I mean, and from what we've talked about, there's been hundreds outside of that. I don't really know. I can't put my finger on that, because we've had so many times. For some reason, Ribfest playing with my original band. Oh my God, I love my players. So anytime I play with them on a big stage, the little stages, they're fine, but on the big stage with big sound and stuff like that, I love doing that. It's so great. I love that. Yeah. The one time I was going to say was in Omaha, Nebraska, with Barnes. When you're opening up for ZZ Top, you're kind of an impediment, an annoyance on the way to seeing ZZ Top, right? Sure. Yeah. And so Jimmy's up there, wailing. He's just wailing, and we're rocking and playing super hard. Marshall's cranked to 10. Smoke in there. Oh, God. Yeah. And all of a sudden we hear this ting. We're playing along, ting, 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 and we're going, and all of a sudden, incoming. Oh no! Coins and crap coming in on us, and we went from being like, "This is so cool," to like scanning. Yeah, it's like, look out! Yeah, can we get off here now? Yeah. Oh God, it's getting dangerous. Yeah. So I read somewhere that you won Male Songwriter of the Year. Here, what year was that? Roughly. 90 something or other. Yeah, it was put on by a local musician. I can't remember his name.
Was that James?
Oh, maybe.
I forget.
Anyways, Victoria's Music Awards.
Yeah.
And I submitted my song "There's More to You," and he loved it, and that was the one got the title.
What's the story behind that? There's more to you.
Started off as a demo for a TC Helicon vocal product because they needed demos. They didn't want to use copywritten songs off the
right.
So it started off as a demo, and I just wrote it. It was a song I wrote, and there's more to you every day. So it has lots of vocal effects that are synthetic that you may not think are synthetic, and then it has some that are synthetic that are synthetic.
Right.
But that song, it's a cool song, and it was also used by Viking Air out at the airport to promote their new Super Turbo Beaver airplane.
Crazy.
Yeah. And so they had a big rollout, and my band played and everything, and it was on their promotion video and stuff, which is kind of cool.
Wow,
and it's a great song.
So interesting.
I'm sorry. It's a great song because I love to play it, not because you may think it's a great song. But
no, interesting hearing all of the different things you've done in your career. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So how do you know when a song is finished and ready to share with an audience?
When I've mixed it 50 times.
Yeah, right.
That's a tougher one because I do my own mixing as well as recording all the instruments and everything. So at any stage, I can completely revamp the song. Right. So I know it's finished when I can play it on like an iPhone or something, and I can hear everything and I feel the groove.
Yeah.
But that may take a whole bunch of mixes because I'll go in and I'll mix and mix and mix, raise that up half a dB down, 2 dB, a little bit more high end.
And that can be ongoing forever, really, when you're trying to mix, because it's like, you listen to it the next day. No, it's still not quite right.
That's exactly right. Because your threshold shifts a little bit, right? Yeah. And then your perceptions shift. You go out and you go for a walk and you have a nap or something.
And your moods, you listen to, so many things go into it. So.
Yeah, no kidding. So I'd say, when I can play it on a small format speaker, like a little speaker or something like that, and it makes me feel groovy.
Yeah.
Which is the hardest thing to get, because you can go, okay, well, the tonal spectrum is perfect. Yeah. Nothing's jumping out, nothing's retiring back. Yeah. But if you can go, or if you play it for somebody and they stop talking.
Yeah, right. Start listening.
Because what happens is you play it for your friends and instantly they start talking. And you're like, don't you want to listen to my song? And if it's a good song, they won't talk.
Yeah. Now, my last guest was Daniel Cook, who is much like yourself. Writes 99% of his own material.
Right.
Definitely a different style. You're a little bit more electric, a little bit heavier. But I asked him the same question, that when you perform with your band, Tom Lang Band, you told me that you occasionally throw in a cover tune. Is it always
just one?
Is it always the same one, or do you switch it up? Or
currently, it's the same one, and the reason it's called "Diggy Diggy Low." By Doug Kershaw.
Right.
It's a fiddle tune.
Yeah.
And I play fiddle as well.
Right. You play everything.
Well, I'm not the greatest at it, but I can make people think that I know what I'm doing. I've got this crazy plexiglass clear fiddle, and it was a prototype from years ago. But anyway, I like to change it up with that. And in fact, at Ribfest this last time, I just told the band right before we went on, oh, by the way, I'm doing the solo in Giving In a Little on the fiddle, just so you guys are on your own while I fiddle around.
Right.
But Diggy Diggy Low is the big, and audience loves that kind of stuff because my songs are, considered, and the lyrics are, universal and all this stuff that, takes a bit of thinking and still groovy, really groovy music.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
But at the end, there's like this complete switch around, this wonderful contrast. Yeah. What the heck are they doing? This guy's wandering around playing a fiddle.
Yeah. Well, when I saw you recently at the Roots, what's it called? Blues and Roots Festival.
Harbor Blues and Roots Fest, yeah.
There were people dancing in front of the stage your whole set. So you had everybody up and dancing. Now, you got some excellent musicians in the Tom Lang Band. Who are they? And how did they come about to be in your band?
Right. Well, they were highly curated. That's how I put it. Steve Moyer on bass, who also plays bass in Groove Kitchen.
Yes, I've seen him play many times. He's awesome player.
Awesome player.
Also
awesome singer.
Excellent on guitar.
Yep.
And a great singer. Yeah.
Yep.
In Freeze Frame, he plays in that band
those
as well.
Those guys are so much fun. They're so good.
They are.
Well rehearsed.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's Steve Moyer, Bradley Clark.
Right.
Who I've known for years and years. He was in that first band when I came up from Dallas, and we played Yes.
Oh, wow.
So Brad and I have known each other for ages and ages and ages.
Yeah.
Great drummer, singer, sweet guy, and also, to his credit, he's transcribed every note of the drum tracks that I played off my album. So when he says he loves to do that, so I'm like, wow.
So when he plays your tunes, it's
exactly, my exact parts, which is I find mind-boggling. Anyway, and Jeannie V, who's our keyboard player, totally under the radar, thank goodness. Yeah. Because if keyboard players get plucked a lot, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So she plays with us from time to time in the midnights. She subs in.
Oh, okay.
And she played with Shaky Ground for a while, but great keyboard player and really takes the time to program the right sounds that I used in the songs. Yeah. And she plays a mean accordion patch on the Kurzweil when I do the Doug Kershaw tune.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Now, so you play so many instruments. Can you quickly list them, like guitar, keyboard?
It's just the rock band instruments, right?
Yeah.
Drums, bass, guitar, keys, fiddle, vocal. Even those are, but I consider myself a player on those. It's not like, I'll just sort of dabble in that. No. When I learned how to play drums on my second CD, my first CD was all programmed. But the second CD, I thought, well, I'd like to use drums, so I better learn how to tune them. Yeah. Better learn how to play them. Yeah. Better learn how to record them. And over the time, I did. And then my third CD, it's all me as well, playing kit. I love playing kit. Oh my God. I've got a kit in the basement. I just go down and bash the crap out of it.
Do you have your own home studio?
In
the house? Oh, great.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to take up the fiddle? Have you been playing that for a long time? Or?
Interestingly enough, I learned that in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Because in my high school, I wanted to play guitar in the music program. They didn't have a guitar. Yeah. They had an orchestra program, but they called it strings. Oh. So I went and talked to the teacher, and I said, "Oh, want to play guitar? You got a strings program."
That's strings, but no, it's not considered.
It's violin. And he looked at my hands, and he said, "Oh, you've got the perfect hands for violin." And I'm going, all right. So I squeaked through like 3 years of fiddle on that. Didn't touch it. Yeah. Till I turned 40 when I went into a bar and I saw this young woman just captivate the place. Yeah. Turn it upside down with her fiddle, and I want some of that. So I got a fiddle.
Back to that. Yeah.
Went practicing. Yeah. Remembered the few things that I need to know, and now I love playing it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Now I think you answered this question already. Do you prefer the vibe of a smaller venue or the energy of a big festival stage? And you were mentioning earlier that you kind of like a little bit smaller because you can kind of make eye contact with the audience and you feel...
Yeah, there's that. I like the smaller venues, especially with friends. And we feel like really comfortable. And that's mainly what it's about on the smaller venues. But I really want, and here's one of those things I'm going to try and manifest, is I want my band, my original band, to play big stages.
Right. Okay.
Like the Royal, or the McPherson, or opening up for somebody at the fridge, they call it, the Save On Foods. Oh yeah. I love that. I love that.
Sure.
That's the thing I really sort of strive towards.
Yeah.
I play so many clubs. Yeah. And I play casuals, and I play jams, and I play all this stuff, and those are fun as hell. Yeah. But when it comes to my original band, let's go big.
Good for you. Now, you used to work for TC Helicon. You mentioned that a little bit earlier. Yep. How has technology shaped your performances? And do you use any of that gear currently?
Yeah, interesting. I used to use the vocal harmony processor.
Right.
Because, it just makes the harmonies sound quick and easy and fast. But I don't do that anymore because my band they're such good singers and they take the time to learn the songs. Here's one thing.
The harmonizer, I think, is good for a solo or a smaller type band where you don't have a lot of singers.
Exactly.
But
Well, you can
if
have a
you've
big
got-
band that doesn't have a lot of singers. These
Yeah.
days, not everybody sings, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's true, yeah.
and it's also, especially if you're controlling it with your guitar, so it knows what the musical context is.
Right.
You can just go, if somebody's getting to the mic a little slow, I got this.
Yeah.
No, and it sounds perfect, right?
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say is when my band was a three-piece, when my original band was a three-piece, before we added Genie, I was using this magic looper that I developed in TC Helicon with Yan Lee, this crazy smart engineer.
Yeah.
It listens to the band and adapts the loop tempo to the band.
Wow.
So the band doesn't have to be constantly on edge listening for the loop, right? If you put in a guitar loop, okay, so now it's playing.
Yeah.
The band's playing along with that. And of course, before long, sorry about that. It goes and you're out of time because unless you hear it and it's just knocking your head off, you can't stay in time. Yeah. This thing follows you and it's magic.
That's amazing.
So, we developed it and it was sold by TC Electronic. It's called Ditto Jam. It sold, concrete or lead or something. It didn't sell very well, but I used the crap out of it until we got Genie. And then it was like, well, I kind of don't need it anymore.
Yeah. Well, when you worked for the TC Helicon, you were awesome as somebody that would come into music stores, Lon McQuaid, and you would demonstrate some of that products. So you were fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
You probably were the best that I've ever seen through the many years I was in the industry.
Oh, shucks.
They lost a very valuable employee when you left. So
I didn't leave.
Oh,
I was asked to leave.
Uh-oh. What happened there?
I got fired.
Uh-oh.
Best day of my life, actually, I have to say.
Yeah.
Because we were bought by another company, kind of like an Elon Musk takeover.
Oh, no, yeah.
And without going too far into my NDA, the company wasn't really firing on all cylinders for a number of years. And, a lot of us were demoralized. Yeah. And we thought that what a squandering of passion and great product, great technology. So when I got the call, it was just like, the manager was going, Tom, I got some bad news for you. Bad news. Yeah, it's really bad. And I'm going, what are you talking about? And he goes, we have to let you go. And I'm going, yes. Oh gosh, that's too bad.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
The time was right though.
It was right. It was, here it was. It was July 2020. It was beautiful, hot summer. And I immediately went for a bike ride and I just enjoyed the day. And
so many companies through the COVID, Stephen Fearing refers to COVID years as the acrylic years. Remember we had acrylic in restaurants and everything, separating people everywhere you went. But, a lot of businesses struggled and stuff. Also, I've just noticed through the years too, when a company does sell to somebody else, generally speaking, it doesn't improve things. It's just something inherent that the original people have their hearts into the business more. Yeah. And somebody comes along and goes, hey, I'm going to buy those guys. Because then they're in it for the money.
Well, they're also going, I'm going to change this and change that because I see this is my vision. It's 25 degrees off of your vision and blah, blah, blah. And unfortunately, that's what happened. Yeah. And now the company is just, I don't even know what they're building. Yeah. I think they are selling the vocal processors that we designed, but there's no support and there's no, new product designs or anything coming out. Interesting what you mentioned about COVID, the acrylic thing. Yeah. I wrote a song. All us musicians have to write a song about COVID. Our experiences. Right. So I wrote a song called The World Gets Fine, and it's about us being able to hug each other after COVID was over because there was no interpersonal contract. Everything was like arm's length, right?
And they were telling everybody, stay in your own bubble. And, my wife and I didn't see very many people for a long time. That first year, for sure. Yeah. And when we would go grocery shopping, we'd go, okay, let's go in at 8. There's not going to be very many people. Yeah. And it was a commando raid, go in, get the stuff, and get out as quick as you can.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to walk against those arrows. I went up the down arrow.
Now, I hear your son is following in your footsteps, too. He's a musician. Tell me a little bit about him.
Yeah, I'm just stupid proud of my son.
Yeah, good.
Trevor Lang, his name is, and he's always, since he was young, he sort of followed in the guitar footsteps.
Right.
And then he started singing, and then he started writing, and he started playing drums and other instruments. I don't know about the timing. He might have started playing drums first, but anyway. So he's multi-instrumentalist, great writer, great singer.
Yeah.
And he's now in Berlin working for a microphone company owned by some, former colleagues of mine in the musical instrument industry.
Wow.
So he's there. He's working for them by day. The marketing of AIM microphones, which are these fantastic microphones,
and gigging at night probably.
And gigging at night. He doesn't communicate with mom and dad all that much, other than we see his Instagram. Gigged last night here with these guys. Gigged last night with those guys.
Yeah.
His album's coming out. So he's having a great time. The last thing I saw was him riding his bike and say, "I love my commute," and he's riding through this big tree-laden park. In Berlin to work. Yeah. So he's having a lot of fun.
One of those cases, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It sounds like
I guess so.
Tom of a few years ago.
I saw him do his first product demo. He did a product demo at the NAMM show, and it was somebody videotaped, and I'm going, my God, this guy's good. I didn't help him with that. I don't know, did I?
Good for him.
Yeah.
So we're almost finished, Tom. Thanks again for coming down.
Oh, my pleasure.
This is a question I ask almost all of my guests because I really like to help young upstarts if I can in any which way at all. So.
I'm neither, by the way.
I know. You're not a young upstart, but you can give advice to them.
Okay.
And that's the question. What advice would you give to a young musician trying to find their voice and place in the industry today?
That's a harder one, especially these days.
Yeah, it's different than the days that we grew up getting into the music business, for sure.
Yep. Well, I guess you could say is have confidence in yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Work at it a lot.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to. There's no easy road to it. So if you love this thing, like playing, and you find that when you play with people and they're playing your songs or you're playing their songs or whatever, just love that feeling and work as hard as you can towards it. It's going to be a slog. Yeah. You're going to have to sleep on floors if you're that lucky. Yeah. Enjoy the process. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
And be original.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't let the tribute bands get you down.
True. Yeah.
Because the tribute bands, they're the ones pulling the crowds.
Yeah.
But you will pull the crowds.
If you work at it.
If you get the song. I saw your Ron Thayer article or podcast. And he said it's all about the song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if that song, you can play them that little song and they go, oh, that's really cool. Yeah. You've got a foot in the door with that.
For sure. Yeah. Good advice for any of you people out there.
Yep.
Where would people look you up to find out where you're playing? Maybe where they can buy your merchandise and stuff like that.
Yeah. You can go to, if you're interested in background and the stuff Wayne and I have been talking about, see some pictures, see a bio, and listen to my 3 albums in their entirety free streaming at tomlangmusic.com.
Free. I like that.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yes, free. And they're all there. You can listen to it from the beginning to the end and listen to the new single, World Gets Fine, as well. So there's that. I don't really have any merch yet, other than I've got CDs, but I doubt anybody's even got a CD player, even in their car. I think my car has one, but it's an old
I have
car.
one in my car, but not at home.
I know. That's funny.
Times are changing.
Yeah, and Facebook, Facebook and Instagram, I'll typically... I'll say, oh yeah, coming up, we've got this thing coming up. Yeah. So I couldn't tell you what my handles are on either of those things, but if you look up Tom Lang Canada or, yeah.
Well,
that's a bit of pathetic. I should have better control of my social media than that, but.
There you go. But I do recommend everybody out there, if you haven't seen Tom Lang Band, watch for the name. If you see them playing somewhere, go out and see them. You guys and girl, you got a girl in your band. Yeah. Just really rock and really sound great.
I'm so glad you were able to show up for that.
And congratulations for getting so many gigs, being a songwriter that plays 99% of your own material.
Well, thank you.
That's quite amazing because I know it's like getting gigs in bands like that is like, I think you said it one time, it's like pushing a rock up a hill.
It's like pulling teeth.
But yeah, you're playing a lot of places, so obviously word's out that you got a good band. And
and I think some of these people maybe go to my website and listen to some of the tunes and go, okay, well, that might sound good. Yeah. But I do have some videos from the last couple of gigs we played at Harbor Blues and Roots and Ribfest.
Oh, good.
And I'm trying to put that into a quick little composite that could give you an idea what the band sounds like. I'm looking forward to doing that.
Okay, I'll look forward to checking that out.
I'll send that to you.
Well, thanks again, Tom, for coming down. Great chatting with you. We've known each other for over 40 years, and a lot of what we talked about today I did not know. So,
well, he sold me my first high watt.
and
the second one, I think. The first one was only 50 watts, and it wasn't powerful enough. And so I said, Wayne, I need a 100 watt high watt. Thank you, Wayne. It's been an absolute pleasure, trawling through all these memories.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's been a fun ride for me too. I enjoy the music business.
Yeah,
and I really enjoy talking to musicians. And this podcast is I'm loving it because I get to sit with people like yourself and others, and just hear all these great stories. So keep up the good work.
Thanks you, Wayne.
Thanks for coming down.
Cheers, everybody.
And thank you, everyone who tuned in. There are more episodes on the way, so please stay tuned.